Hello and welcome back to Stranded Deep. You join us once more in the map editor where we are creating an island loosely based on Jurassic Park. Well, the first film and the Jurassic Park video game that no one remembers. The one with the wobbly pink blancmange hand. And, well, it was set on Isla Sorna. So you had Minnie Driver, you had Richard Attenborough, and you started off on the beach and there was a plane crash. And then Richard Attenborough was talking to you and Minnie Driver was like, "Oh, I guess I'm on an island full of dinosaurs then. Better find myself a gas and start shooting them and stuff, yo." Except they were really, really tough. Gonna say the island is looking very, very nice. Even if I do say so myself. We have had a look around the island and actually in the game itself, and it looks pretty sweet. So we fixed some things. The sort of naked hillside. We done fixed that. We done fixed it. We were that boy. We did it. We done did it. We also moved a plant. This one here? Nope. This one here. We moved it because you couldn't get any fruit off it because it was too close to another tree. We've added a little bit more forest full of foliage. Try saying that 3 times fast on a Friday night out. We've also moved some of these bushes because they were kind of getting in the way. They probably will get in the way. It's one of the things about the bushes. The in-map editor geometry and the in-game geometry is slightly different because of LOD. The camera is now stuck on a yucca. So if you're just joining us for the first time, let me explain. This is the map editor. We are looking around using the right mouse button. We're pressing W, S, A, and D to move forward, back, left, right. We're using Q to go down, E to go up. And that's basically the fundamentals of navigating the map editor. If you have no idea what you're doing, go back to the start of this particular map, and we'll wait. All of us will wait. We'll wait here, and when you get back, everything will be just as you left it. Right? Are they gone? Good. So we still have the thing with the camera. What do you mean the camera? Well, the camera moves and then it gets stuck on things. So you might be moving quite rapidly and then you'll end up slammed against the side of Nowheresville because it seems to... there we go. We're stuck on something. Constant velocity is not a thing with the camera in this game, in this map editor. So we're just going to have fun with that, as well as LOD and a bunch of other fun little things. What are we going to be doing this time? I hear nobody cry, because unless you're all Time Lords, you're not going to be able to say that in the comments before I've actually recorded a video. Wait. No, you can say it in the comments before I've recorded a video. Just nobody ever does. Okay, fine. Tarwanian was saying that, they were like a spot for putting plants and things down. If you're going to live on an island like this, you really are going to need a farming area, and I think this area here will be ideal. So I think we found a unique use for this sort of peninsula. We're going to have to dress it properly. Address the situation, dress the situation, do something with the situation. Boom. Well, it's kind of close to the abyss because there's something else I want to do. Something terrifying about hovering over the abyss, even though the light level, the darkness, is not controlled by the water fog layer. It's controlled by height. Very interesting. A bunch of other interesting things. Yes. I'm actually just kind of talking and looking for a large wide area of seabed. So what we could do is just hit a cog and just turn the display ocean off. There we go. Dunzo. Oh yeah, that's a weird little bug. Can you see that? Is that rendering? If you turn the ocean off and you're in the ocean, you get a weird effect. Let's turn the ocean back on. Let's look away from the horizon and then turn it off again. There we go. It's all fixed. All fixed because I want to click on objects. Okay, so what I want to do is add a little play park for people doing the divey dives on the edge of the map. See, there's large areas which have nothing on the undersea map. We've got this shipwreck, which is kind of cool. And obviously, when you're in game, this is covered in coral and blacktip reef sharks and snaky boys and all manner of stuff. That's kind of neat. That's very neat. But I think we've got areas over here which we could use just to encourage people to go into the sea. So there's a huge sort of apron of seabed there. Not so much here, and it gets very narrow here. I do like this little ridge of sandy underwater stuff. We might smooth it while we're here. Let's do that. Just gentle light. So we're going to change the size down. We hit the amount. We're going to leave it as is. And just brush over it because it's a bit triangular. I want it to be a bit smoother. Oh yeah, that's better. It's better. Is anyone going to be swimming along here and going, oh, I wonder what's over this ridge? Aye, it's the abyss. Well, maybe. I mean, people will. That's what people do. We'll smooth that bit off as well, and just kind of that little craggy bit there. Done. Donezo. So yeah, there are areas underwater which we can use to create a little play park, underwater play park, and it's going to be cool because we can encourage people to go into the sea, and then we can put sharks and stuff in the sea. Interesting. Oh, I am very well aware of the no objects on maps bug. Let's just get into this bit. Yeah, so there's a bug at the moment, and if you're an experimental, and I think we have talked about this before. Of course we have. That's the things we do on this channel. Basically, if you're an experimental and you load up a map, you'll get the island mesh, you'll get the sea, but you won't get any objects, no trees, no buildings, and nothing on it. That is a problem with experimental. 0.51 is the current main update. So a commenter named Chassi in the comments. Of course, where else are you gonna comment? I suppose there's Facebook and Twitter, but I don't really go on Twitter because it's a terrible hive of scum and villainy. We're saying that some of the maps just don't have objects, and they've tried experimental, and they've tried going back to the main. And I have checked some of the maps that I've got available for download, and they were last saved in 0.48. So main is now 0.51. And experimental 0.53 if you're watching these as they go out. It's crazy. It's crazy. The issue is the difference between a period or a dot or a full stop or a decimal point and a comma separated value. So the solution currently is to simply, we're gonna start playing around here, is to simply change the dots for commas in something like Notepad++, something like that. Just do a find and replace all on the objects file. So of the 3 files you get for a custom map, one will be an objects file. The trouble with that is that if you do that and you're on 0.53, it tends to beans it up. But it seems that older maps might also get beansed up as well. So it's not something for everyone. What I'm going to try and do is between now and the next episode, go back to the maps that I've done or have available for upload in the comments or the description part of the video, and basically add an extra file with all the bits that need to be changed, so people having problems with objects not loading can use that file instead. So it won't be available when this one goes live, but it will be available between now and the next episode. I'll let you guys know. I'm kind of clicking around trying to talk about something quite complex and then do this at the same time. It's kind of tricksy. It's very tricksy. So we're going to go using the terrain brush. We're setting height. I'm just clicking on the green there. So what we're going to do, see, grass appears at a certain height. Boom. Now you know. So what we've done is we've sort of pinched in the land around there. Farms require just a massive amount of space. Just a huge amount of space. It is almost embarrassing how much space they require. The problem is that you get one farm crop item per farm plot, and the current situation is they require just a disproportionate amount of water. And now that water is, you sort of get leaves from water from leaves even. It's just too expensive. So you're using leaves to craft. You're also using leaves to get water. You're using leaves. It's just like, it's too much. Leaves to make tools. Leaves to make structures. Leaves to make everything. The leaves are overtaxed as an item. So Tarwanian said, Why don't they allow you to put more than one plant per plot? I have a feeling that was discussed at some point. I think it was, but I can't remember. There was something about it. Just in the back of my mind. You know when you have an idea in the back of your mind, you're like, I'm pretty sure that was a thing. I'm pretty sure they said that. But I can't remember. Don't take my word for it. Oh, look, LOD. Detailed rock? Not so detailed rock. Detailed rock? Not so detailed rock. I wonder what kind of horsepower it's trying to save by doing that. Yeah, I don't know. We have all the horsepower in the world on this particular machine. It's fine. We are not lacking horsepower. We will not run out of bricks. Oh, wait, no one's going to get that. Fine. What I'm going to do is get rid of that. I'm going to turn the terrain off. Because what we've done is we've made this sort of blob of land. We now have to really fit it into our world. It's kind of a bit too blobby. Blobby. I don't like it. I don't like it. So what we're going to do is raise this up. Remembering that the amount slider, probably turn that down a bit, is inherited between all these other options. So the raise lower, the smooth, and the set height. So set height, you can read from an area on the island and literally just set to that particular height, which means you can never go higher or lower than whatever you've just read. And it's controlled by clicking on it, click on it, and now this brush will only ever go as high as the green grass that we just clicked on. Now we can change the amount up, and that's the speed at which the brush fills in. But then if we clicked on raise and lower, this amount slider inherited. So if we then just left it all the way up and clicked, we'd end up with a spike touching the clouds. So we don't ever want to leave this amount slider anything other than just off the stop, essentially. So we're raising this area up just to kind of blend it in a bit. We're very close to the edge of the world. Edge of the world. Now we're going to crank it up. I'm going to increase the size of the brush because we've got this huge step here and I just want to soften it. It's not a problem. I just want it softer. It must be made softer. So yeah, let's do it. So what we're doing is getting rid of any triangular jaggy bits that we've just created with our brush. Ideally a farming area needs to be as flat as possible because the farm plots are all a bit... No, they are pretty stupid. They're huge. They are really huge. I'm just looking in the background at all the shadows. Shadows, literally, if we move back, the shadows raise up off the ground in the background. What is that about? We need a level of detail sliders in the map editor. So it doesn't matter if a farm plot is on a slight hill. It'll might look a little bit weird. What we're going to do is something on the end because I can't put an area into the game and not have it sort of fit. It just kind of feels weird. So we might craggy this up a bit and put some rocks and stuff in. What we are going to do is go back to the cliffs. I kind of want... That's too big. Doesn't help that the sun keeps disappearing. Oh, a nice blue sea just vanishes. Is it cliff 3? Oh yeah, that's the one that I wanted. It's the one that I wanted all along, don't you know? So let's do it. And what we're going to do is kind of beans up the area that we've just... I don't think that needs to be that big, actually. Get rid of it. Go back to cliff 5. Ah, there we go. So we are going to rotate. And rotate. Because I kind of like the idea of the headland actually having stuff on it. If we get close enough. Is that a jump uppable thing? I think you might be able to mantle up the side of it. Not entirely sure. Oh no, but this huge area is now being taken up by rocks. Yeah, it is. Well, you know that we couldn't just leave it alone. This will just be an area which, if people decide they want to do a little bit of the farming thingy, then they can do the farming thingy. And if they don't want to do the farming thingy, then they don't have to do the farming thingy. But we're going to make it interesting. That's too big. No. So what we're going to do is go... What? Okay, I didn't get rid of it. Why can I not click on anything? Oh, wait, hang on a sec. Drag something out. No, because we need to... There we are. There's a thing. Okay, so there are some other buttons. F, focus. C, clones. Delete does actually give the option to delete, but you still have to click on it. It's a little bit... It's a tricksy thing. Let's use some smaller rocks. So once the rock is in, once the item is in, it stops snapping to the world, and then you have to use the toggles to actually get it to do anything. So we press T to transform, and R to rotate. And we don't even need rocks to be like fully jammed into something, because rocks, very big, very heavy. I'm going to put stone in there. But also quite strong. Well, I guess it depends what it is. Like things like granite and things, you tend to find are quite strong. So what we do is jam this in there. So we get a little rock arch. I don't like the angle of that, so I'm going to change it. Pull that back into there. Pull that. Oh, we need to change the angle. We're working in a 3D space with 3D objects. Is this okay? Is this looking right? Are we feeling it? Yeah, kinda. So we're gonna press T, drop it back and down. It's kind of... I'm not feeling it with these two. Maybe we can have another rock somewhere. We got a big rock. It's kind of big. Let's put you off to one side for a while. No, let's not do that. We got big rock 1, big rock 2. Okay, right. Let's get rid of you. Let's get rid of you, because this isn't working. And if we carry on with this, what's going to happen is we're just going to drive ourselves crazy. So let's get rid of that. Boom. Done. Like the concept, but the execution is terrible. So let's just reimagine the execution. Done. Let's go like this, up. Press R to rotate. Press T to transform. Using these toggles, let's get rid of this thing out of the way for a second. It doesn't even need to be straight lined, so we can R to rotate. T to transform? T to transform. There we go. So we've got this. Okay. This could even just go in the ground as a rock. Okay. Oh no, you've just put a rock there. It serves literally no purpose. Yeah, kinda. So now we're gonna do is take Clef 2. What witchcraft is that? Oh. Hello. I'm just going to turn the ocean off for a second. Yeah, that's about right. Just check that doesn't... Yeah, that's fine. That's absolutely freaking fine. Oh. Did you plan on doing that? Yep, actually did. So what we're going to do is... Boop. I mean, no. Oh, how serendipitous of everything that it's actually kind of working. Nah. So basically what you do is when you're making a map, don't rush the map. Don't be at a like, oh, I need this map to be done. Dunzo Calabrese. Otherwise I will go insane. You probably will. You're probably going nuts just trying to sort out the entire thing in one go. And it won't be as good as you can make it, because you're obviously better than that. So just give it a little bit and then give it a rest. Come back to it. What we do is rotate this. If I just balance there, I guess. Yeah. Press T. Transform. Just going to be a little bit careful that we don't have it poking out. See, it's going to poke into that rock there. Not a problem. We probably need to be a little bit further away from this. There we go. Let's move that back a bit. We can lose some of that depth. not a problem. Rudder rotate. Why would somebody come out here? Excellent question. Like, very, very good question. Why would somebody come out here if we've created the option for them to come out here? The answer is because they can. Yeah, you do it. People will, if you build it, they will come. Can I click on this? Yeah, I can. It's just way, way down there. Way down. All right. Yeah, okay, cool. So what we're going to do is click on terrain, objects, just so we don't end up dragging stuff around. Click on rocks, rockety rocks. Nice. We're going to use... Should we use a small rock for this? Kinda. I mean, we could use a slightly bigger rock. This one, small rock 2, is a little bit too gnarly, I guess. Oh, we could just use a big rock. Just use a big rock. Too big. Okay. Let's see about this one. Nope. What about big rock 1? Are you going to be perfect? Ugh. Yeah, actually, that's kind of perfect. Well, it's the Goldilocks of rocks. And now that's snapped onto something else. What? What? Oh, right. Yeah, we are right against the edge of where we can place objects. So we can place them here, but you can't go bonk, bonk, bonk all the way to the map edge. Bit of a pain in the butt. But I guess this is because of, this is where the abyss is. Can we rotate that out? We can do that. We can totes do that. So we will do it. And we can cheat the system. There we go. I like it like that. Why do you like it like that? There's a little bit of green from this rock showing through because the cliffs always have, whatever surface is facing up will always have a bit of greenery stuff on them. It's kind of leaning out over the sea, kind of inviting you to jump off of it. It's not that far from the coast, but it's also not that far from the abyss. It's kind of a tricksy thing. If you've got all the way out here and you're like, oh, I'm going to jump. Good luck with that. I mean, seriously, good luck with it. So we're just going to click on terrain objects, make sure we don't drag anything or accidentally delete anything. We're going to use small rock 1 and we're just going to put it here just to dress this start of the walkway. Why do we need to do that? We literally don't need to do that, but we're doing it anyway. Now, there is a little problem with this whole thing. During a storm, it's gonna get swamped, probably, because the storm will not recognize the rock as land. So the waves will lower here where the coast is, but not here. Now what we could do is, if we wanted the storm not to come... Oh, shadow bug thing again, is it? Yep. If we wanted the storm not to come up, swamp this piece of rock, we could actually bring the island mesh up inside it, just using a hard brush and raise and lower. Not going to do that, because it's not really that important, I guess. So we'll just turn the ocean back on. Okay, cool. So that's kind of neat. What else can we do? Well, we could see what... I mean, we could do a little dressing out here. Let's do it. Do it. Let's put trees out. We can put a tree out here. No, normally I wouldn't go and stick a tree on a rock. But you can do it. You actually can do it. Does it make any goggly... Ugh. That camera though, and there's going to be a problem with this because it's seeing a bunch of objects, and as soon as you I mean, stuttering is not due to the computer, it's due to the camera. Literally, if I just push forward, hold forward, and then hold back, see that jump is just the camera speeding up between objects. It is... we do need a camera update for the map editor. Really need that. That camera update though. So what we're going to do... I like it. I like it. Unfortunately, because we've clicked off of it, now we can't click back on it. I think it's probably selected, yeah, it's selected the main rock. Pain in the butt. So I think the only thing we can do if we want to select this one is to push the camera into... well, that's the tree. That's that one. So if we move back out very slowly because... Oh no, the camera's not got constant velocity. Press R to rotate and it's... Yeah, immediately it snaps onto something else. I mean, being able to click and drag and then tabbing through the available options would be brilliant. I don't want to. Let's not do that. Let's put a reason for coming out here. A banana plant. Let's not put a banana plant. Aloe vera? A little bit of aloe vera. It kind of looks kind of cool. Up on dem rocks here. I think it would work quite well. Let's do this. Yeah. So a little, not even an Easter egg. I suppose what we can do is we go to objects, and if we go to items. Now I don't like throwing a lot of stuff on an island because there's going to be a lot of stuff. We've put a lot of wrecks on here. The wreck there with the broken boat is 3 wrecks. There's going to be 3 lots of loot anyway. So gifting players stuff is not in our MO. Definitely not. But... Oh yeah, the tarp's going, isn't it? Tarp's being replaced by... Ooh, it's what you get for making an island so close to a main update when they're going to be removing stuff. I say so close. What was the last update? November? Okay. I blame... I'm looking for lamp. That's what I'm looking for. Barrels, no. Lamps, no. Lanterns, there it is. The lantern. Boop. Hello. There is a slight problem with the lantern. You need to put it... If it's going to put it on a bit of cliff, you need to put it... Okay, let's get rid of it. You need to put it slightly higher than you think you should. Because it will fall. This is one of those things you're going to have to test. Because if you put it here, technically it shouldn't fall between the gratings. Because this technically is a solid... it's treated as a solid object, and the spaces between the geometry, I guess, are like alpha transparency. I can't remember, something like that. So what we'll do is we'll just put it there high enough that if there's any disparity in the model's LOD, level of detail, then when a player enters the area, it'll simply drop, but it won't drop with enough force to like roll it off. So the idea is that at night, so if we go click on objects, back on terrain, and change the time of day, so now that glows at night. Whoa! So that is now a little tiny baby island, a little babby island, with a bit of aloe on there that people can jump across to, should they so wish. Yeah, it's a cool little thing. See, we could do cool, and of course, they're 100%. We are going to put sharks on this map, so that increases the whole danger of that a little bit. And because we've added not 1, not 2, but 3 little things with a little tree, it actually kind of fits better, this whole headland area. So that kind of makes me feel better about all of that. Going to go back to objects, go back to rocks, go back to big rock 1, and just drag big rock 1 over here. Press R to rotate, only because I don't feel confident in people being able to get up there without a little assistance. So what I'm going to do is just put this here. I know it's chewing up some of the land, which you can use to throw farms and stuff on, which is kind of the reason we're doing it, but there's also, like, the whole of the forest area is pretty flat as well. So, I mean, a designated spot is just cherry gravy. gravy, cherry gravy, cherry flavored gravy. What would that be called? Compote? I don't know. So we now have a way up, a little bridge, another little bridge, and then your prize is a lantern, should you so need a lantern and you don't have one, and a little bit of aloe. So yeah, it's useful stuff. We can obviously test to see if this is accessible by a player. Oh yeah, no, that's freaking massive. So Mr. Door can get through because Mr. Door is slightly taller than a player. Because if a player was any bigger than Mr. Door, then well, you wouldn't be able to get through a door. I mean, it's kind of one of the fundamentals of being a door, I guess. Is it going to beans up sharks? No, I think it's going to be okay. You don't want to. So what we're going to do is throw some more rocks and stuff around here just to make sure this doesn't look completely out of place. We can just add a cliff off. Ooh, off the coast maybe. Let's do that. Is that going to be okay? We can check by booping that. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Rule of 3. So 1 structure, 2 structure, 3 structure. I'm counting the arch as a single structure. So that sort of comes into the rule of 3. That shadow though. Yeah, I see why the sea has so much trouble now with these shadows. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, if we click on display ocean, that shadow is now floating on the sea. Wait a minute, what? But the shadow is also on the bottom of the sea. Yeah, it's kind of a weird one. The shadow is like maximum. It's not opaque. No, I don't think is there any opacity in the shadow? It just looks like oil. It's very, very strange. So, yeah, the shadows in game when you're swimming, especially, just a little bit. I mean, there is opacity there. No opacity there for the shadow. No. It's one of those things that needs to be fixed. I don't know, 50% opacity on water. That'd be fine. Wouldn't be so super scary. Super scary. So yeah, rule of 3. So humans think in threes, basically. So give them an ABC choice when it comes to anything like that. We can throw another just rando rock in somewhere. Rocks, not that one. Something a little bit more rounded. Right in with the other side, maybe. Just that. Yeah, there we go. Fine. So the headland has now been kind of dressed. It's a bit theme parky, but we're okay. We can throw some rocks around the bottom of that thing just to make it look a little bit less. There you go. Pre-made rocks. It's too much. Yep, get rid of it. Tear it down. Tear it all down. But we can do this instead. Yeah, that's fine. It's fine. Just wasn't enough. And then we can put something in front of it, because all this will have grass on it if the player's machine's good enough, powerful enough. So yeah, some people, if you're playing on a laptop, if you don't have a choice of the machine you're playing on, you might not get grass and things. And a lot of things might be super low detail. In fact, a lot of the stuff, all the trees might be replaced by 2D sprites. So you got to be a little bit careful of placement and stuff, which is why I like blocking lines of sight, so you don't see too much, and your machine doesn't have too much to render. We are going to go with the ficus again. Hey buddy, buddy. All right. So what are we doing here? Well, we're kind of masking the fact that there is even a way up. Why advertise there's a way up if you don't need to show it? Okay, cool. Which way is better? That way, I'm not entirely sure. Let's move it out a little bit. Press T, move it down. Cool. Alright. Move it out just an ever so. Rotate. I don't want it to be clipped through the rocks. And there's these weird... Hang on a minute. Is that literally... Yeah, there's no branch here. Whoop. There's no branch here, but there's 2 leaf sprites. Well, there's more than 2 leaf sprites, but there's 2 bunches of leaf sprites connected to nothing. I think there should be another branch there somehow. I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. Maybe it's there in the main game. Like a little level of detail thing. Right, fine. We can do something the other side as well. Let's put the other ficus in. Yeah. Question mark? I'm just kind of like, does this look right? Does it feel right? There's a lot of, does it feel right? Does it look right? Does it look a bit too much like a garden centre? Not entirely, because you want to place everything just right, but you also don't want it to look a bit too Star Trek. Is that better? Feels better. Feels like Sunday morning? No. If you're watching these as they go out, that was yesterday. Ooh. Was Sunday morning good? Got some sleep. That was good. Yeah, definitely. Problem with waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning to go to work. Sleep is... Well, Monday night. Sunday night into Monday. You never get any sleep. It's like, oh, I am not going to get any sleep then. And you're like, I am going to go insane. So that's a bit of a thing. We know about these small rocks. We can use them to mark areas off if we need to. So let's do it. Right, small rock 1. Small rock 1. There we go. Because this had human influence on this island. Captain, there's coffee in the nebula. It's not even the right Star Trek. Coffee in the nebula was Janeway. And there was a lady up on the ISS who made some fresh coffee. First person to make coffee in space because it was sent up on the Dragon capsule. It was very recent. I've seen a picture of her in the cupola on the ISS in a Star Trek t-shirt. I don't know why I just waved my hand around for that. Star Trek t-shirt, given the Vulcan like salute, and it's probably one of... It amazes me the people who get to go up to be astronauts on, like, to get to go to visit the ISS all seem like really interesting people, like really, really interesting. Why couldn't these have been my science teacher people? So yeah. Do we need to do too much to this? We need to leave it open and flat. It's still a fairly big area. It doesn't look big. But trust me, it's big. How do I know it's big? Well, I mean, it's fairly freaking big. This whole area is pretty big. Not gonna lie, she's a big area. Yeah. So we don't need to worry too much about that. Let's delete that object. It still feels a little... Something's not right about it. So from this side, it's not too bad. It looks like normal our map kind of style thing. Style thing? That's not even English. The amount slider was all the way up. I caught that. That was one of the first things I looked at. I was like, the amount slider seems a bit high. Oh, the other thing is the brush doesn't show on the surface of the water, but if you go boop, underneath, it does. Still, look, no fog layer. Where's the fog layer? So yeah, the map editor needs a little bit of love. Needs a lot of love. So let's do this. I think one of the problems is this coastline is unrealistic because it's kind of too smooth. It's like something's wrong with us. something a little bit wrong here. A little bit wrong. There we go. So we'll smooth that. And then we can crank that up to smooth. Doesn't need to be too like dramatic, but it definitely needs to be something. Oh, these bubbles. Hello. Haven't seen you in a while. Represents a hole in the mesh. Or what will be a hole in the mesh. Are you going to go? Are you going to go? Are you going to go? Oh no. You've created a hole in the mesh. There we go. Are you going to go? Are you going to go? It takes a while for... Oh, there it goes. It takes a while for the calculation to sort of sort itself out. Trouble is you won't be able to get all of the holes in the mesh because that's just not how the game works. It's a bit of a tricksy one. Ugh! Hello. Somebody left the amount slider all the way up. Right, well, good. Good. The best way to sort that out is to read terrain height and just crank it up. Get rid of it this way. There we go. Yep, that's something that happens at least once every map. Don't hit these buttons. I don't know why I'm hovering over them. Oof, that would be terrible. Yeah. So the whole raise and lower height, this amount slider. I don't know why it's linked to everything. It's such a pain in the arse. But it's that. It's what we have to deal with. So yeah, but it's going to help in the short term actually, because we need to chew some of this back a little bit and maybe bring it out so we can bring it out here. Just to really scruff up the coast a little bit. I want it to come in, I want it to come out. It just doesn't feel natural enough. And if there's anything we've learned, it needs to feel natural. I said, don't you agree? But no one's gonna no one's gonna sort of hop in their DeLorean and just be like, yes, it's exactly what we're talking about. So we're gonna crank that up. Size, you can go quite high. And we're just gonna brush over all of that. So we kind of beansed it a little bit, and then everything's now fixed. There we go. Everything's now fixed. It'd be nice if the caustics turned off. These sort of underwater lighting. Yeah, kind of sweet if you'd be able to turn that off. But it's something that we have to deal with. So we can't always have what we want. Can't always have what we even need. But we can just kind of work around what we've got. And to be honest, working around what we've got produces some decent results. Gonna be, I mean, apart from the fact that the shadows are really, really weird. Yeah, okay, let's bring that out a little bit more. Because we've got plenty of space in this estuary. Okay. We can just kind of throw it out here. That's better. Smooth. Don't mind if I do. Yeah. So we can smooth that back. And smooth that back. It doesn't look like anything's changed. Trust me, things have changed. Amount down, lower. So we'll just push that in there. Okay. It's better. It's better. And smooth again. Ooh, smooth, smooth. Let's crank it up a little bit more. Get some stuff happening. Right, okay, cool. So display ocean. Boom. That's a bit better. It just feels too steep, I think. I think that's the problem. I think that's definitely the problem. I don't think there's much we can do about it, only because this is pretty steep in order to get it into let's see, let's just see itself. But this, yeah, this, I don't think it is that steep. It just kind of feels like it, probably because of the height at which we have the camera. All right, let's chew that back a bit. Okay. I mean, what we can do is dress it a little bit. So we can go back to type, and we can throw a couple of rocks in. So, boom, press T, drop me down, and then another one here, R to rotate, T to drop you down, And then we can go and we can throw in some trees. Some trees, please. That's going to need... Ooh, palm trees. Palm. P for the palm. Okay. And we can... Boom. So we drop that in. Give it a little spin. Palm 3? Yeah, seems legit. So T, drop it down just a little bit into the earth. Give it a little spin. So they're not all sort of facing the same way. Just make sure the leaves aren't touching each other. They're a little close. That's not a problem. Oop, snapping onto other objects. Does mean that if we jam the tree slightly deeper in the ground, when we move it around, just a final adjustment, and they don't suddenly pop out of the ground. Yeah, that's fine. That's legit. We can actually just throw in some young palms. Where are you? Those are rocks. Young palm. Hello. And I just rotate. Rotate. There we go. Still a very big area. And now it's kind of all dressed up. So it was just flat sand before. I don't know. It just kind of feels like we should do more to it. Unfortunately, I don't think we can do more to it. Probably the closest we can get to is throwing another tree down, or some more trees down, just to sort of add shade to the area. One of the things that will be needed is the yuccas. Au naturel yuccas. Boop. Boop. There we go. Just right up against the cliff. That's better. And it does the nice thing of actually masking the cliff as well. So because the yuccas will be really useful for making water. A couple of water stills, maybe the other side of the rock, arch, stuff in here maybe. You know. Yeah, it kind of feels good. The yuccas are the one things. Whoop. Did I just move that one, or did I just pull another one in? I think I just accidentally pulled another one in. I tell you what, we'll leave it. It's a happy little accident. In fact, not that particular one. We'll throw another one in. That could be a happy little accident. Because we're going to need to give it a little rotate. When you first pull it in, it snaps to whatever mesh or terrain it's following. It's better. Okay, cool. So, is that any better? Yeah, I think that feels better. Feels like it belongs there. It also masks some of that grey rock. So we've got that. We got that one. It gives you a reason to come over here because there's now 2 yucca plants. I know giving players stuff for free is, well, it's kind of, I mean, we frown upon it. People should work for what they've got, which is why we've put the lantern on the other side of this broken ass bridge, which will probably have sharp ploughing through there when we're done. But the yuccas is to get over a game mechanic, and that's because fibrous leaves are used for water. So, and if there is farming done in this area, then well, it does mean that, you know, that the area will provide water, provide everything you need to grow plants and crops and croppy crops and plants and other things. So yeah, we've gone from desolate, beachy nothing to actually something that has something interesting to do, that can actually support plants and that can actually have stuff grown on it. And while it looks small in the map editor, it is freaking big. It's very, very big. So I think what I might do is just kind of leave it there. If you're liking this, definitely leave a little like, leave a subscribe. And if you do subscribe, click the little bell, because YouTube is kind of useless, like super useless. And will might not give you notifications when videos go live, and the bell should help with that. If it doesn't help with that, there is a Twitter and there is a Facebook page that you can go and do Facebook pagey stuff too. Social media. Not even once. I tell you what. Yeah, I'm going. I'm off. Goodbye. I'll catch you next time.